Sorry, what's your point?
My point is, you're talking all the time about Darwinism is not true and so on. You're saying a lot of false stuff, like for example, like Lucy and the other ancestors that have been fossils that have been discovered that they are not Homo sapiens. But it's pretty false because the point is that before that time there was no Homo sapiens to find. That's why they were before a certain point in the time there was no Homo sapiens to be found in the fossils. That's why they are saying these are people that came before us, and they are not chimpanzee. They are something between chimpanzee and us. It's quite clear. If your thesis was true, then we have to find people like us all the time. Also the time when dinosaurs were here, you know, all the time in history. And that's not true. And the point is, how do you explain that God came here and make life?
Let me answer one question.
Are you prove it? Not just how you explain. Are you prove it? Because you have to prove it.
Okay, let me explain one point at a time. You made 2-3 different points, so let's deal with one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. You said Lucy was a human ancestor.
Yes.
Okay. Why do you believe it's a human ancestor?
Because at that time they found there is no other Homo sapiens, and they see this is not a chimpanzee, there's something evolved from that, and it's something that's not as evolved as Homo sapiens. This is super clear. It's so clear that I'm sorry that you use your intelligence to believe something that is not proven, and just that you learn that this written somewhere.
Let's deal
really, that's making me crazy.
You haven't actually given a reason why Lucy is a human ancestor.
I told you already. Do you find in the time that Lucy existed, do you have any other Homo sapiens? Do you have any Homo sapiens? Any people like us?
Sir,
at the time? Let's say yes or no.
Sir, no, the answer is obviously no, but sir, what you're doing is
no.
this.
Okay, if the answer is no, it means there is an evolution. And this is evolution is scientific proven.
You're saying A, B, therefore Z.
Exactly.
Your facts that you're highlighting, I agree with you. We found something which is a fossil, which is approximately 3 million years ago, which has is 40% recovered, and it has certain bone structures which people are using to interpret the way it may have walked. Okay? You're claiming we know that is a human ancestor. All I'm asking you is, why do you believe it's a human ancestor?
I tell you already.
You can't say Homo sapiens didn't exist at that time, therefore it's a human ancestor. It's A, B, Z. There's no logic.
There are other A, B, C, D, and so on. We don't have any human beings that is like Lucy today.
Okay.
That means there is an evolution.
Okay.
And second of all, you speak a lot about DNA. 89% of DNA of chimpanzee is our DNA.
Okay.
So how do you explain that?
Okay.
You said a lot of stuff.
Okay. Sir, one thing. According to every single paleontologist,
yes,
no fossil can be proven to be a human ancestor because no fossil comes with a birth certificate.
What?
Sir,
they can prove exactly
let me give you a reference and let's park this issue.
Yeah, okay.
Because you don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Misunderstandings of human evolution.
Yeah.
Thanks
that you're giving me the truth. Don't give me the truth. How God, brought life here?
Sir, let me answer one question.
You cannot answer that.
Sir, let me answer.
That's the problem.
Sir, let me answer one
That's
question.
That's the problem why you're talking about Darwinism, because you will not explain your points.
Sir, speaking loudly and faster doesn't improve your argument.
I'm looking for an answer.
One issue at a time.
Please tell me the truth. Tell me the truth about life on Earth.
Okay, Lucy. Then we're gonna deal with Lucy.
Yes.
We're gonna deal with 99% DNA.
Yeah.
We're gonna deal with life on Earth. We're gonna deal with everything. But one thing at a time.
So let's start.
You're chucking in everything, and then you're expecting.
Let's start with the last point, please.
Okay. So Lucy.
No, let's start with the last point, please. What's your point?
No, sir. Let me answer. You're asking questions, not letting me answer.
Yeah, okay.
Can I answer?
Okay, you don't have any answer.
How do you know?
Because you use a book that it was written somehow, sometimes, and it's very old,
sir,
and nobody can prove it.
I'm not.
And you use in this book to say
sir,
God brought life, and you don't understand that there's so much scientific proof about
let me tell you something.
Why you have to use a book to explain something like life?
According to The Accidental Species, written by Henry Dean, who is the senior editor of Nature, the most prestigious journal in the world, who is a paleontologist. This is what he says. No fossil can be proven to be a human ancestor. It is a speculation. Okay, let's park that issue. 2, 99% DNA similarity. Because sir, one thing I will not accept in the park is you come here, you throw things and you say you don't know. I'm going to answer every single one of your questions.
Please, go.
And all I want you to do is to have the courtesy of letting me answer the question you ask. 99% DNA similarity between human and chimpanzee. Number one, where did you get that from?
All DNA researchers, every DNA researchers.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm going to answer that. And when I answer it, I want you to listen carefully.
Yes, please.
Because you think 99% similarity between humans and chimpanzees is proof of human-chimp ancestry, correct?
Yeah, 89,
you think
89.
It's not 89. The claim was 99.
Yeah.
Okay. You think that's proof of human-chimp ancestry?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me answer this. Number one, that was based upon an experiment which was done in 1975 by King and Wilson. And this experiment was a very crude experiment before the human genome in the year 2000 and before the chimp genome in 2003-2004 was even sequenced. So they did it in 1975. Now, based upon that very crude assumption, we are supposed to be 99% chimp.
Yeah.
But according to the same method, we are 80% pig and 50% banana. You're not 50% banana, are you?
No. Maybe I am.
Maybe you are.
Because we are from
sir,
the same.
Sir, let me answer.
Let me answer. And that's the point.
No, sir. Let me break down this point. Then you challenge me. Okay.
You asked
then
something.
what happened was.
You asked something.
Yeah.
So you
then what happened was this. Rhetorical. Then what happened was this.
Yes, I'm rhetorical.
In the year 2006, roughly, genetic difference between human beings and chimpanzees. And I've forgotten the year, but it was the last couple of years. The percentage in terms of proteins was 20% similarity. Then in 2007, there was a paper that was published in the journal Science. Again, all of these people are atheists, by John Cohen and Savante Pabo and others, all atheists, evolutionary biologists. They concluded something which you never hear in the mainstream textbooks and the mainstream documentaries and whatnot. They concluded the human genome is so complex and there are 5 ways the human genome is different to the chimpanzee genome that we currently cannot even put together a percentage difference between human beings and chimpanzees in 2007. Okay, now let me give you another reference. Assuming the 99% was true, assuming, ignoring all of the studies that were done afterwards, according to Evidence and Evolution published by Cambridge University by an atheist philosopher of biology called Elliot Sober.
Yes.
99% similarity does not mean humans and chimpanzees must share a common ancestor. And the reason he explains is this. He explains any claim of homology.
Yes.
Homology is looking at two things which are similar and claiming there's an ancestor. Is based on a probabilistic framework which has assumptions and they are conceptual problems such as homoplasia. For example, they are genes in your which help your eyes develop and which help the eyes of octopuses develop, which are not due to common descent. These are known as homoplasias genes. So what he says is it's based on a probabilistic framework which has assumptions and they are conceptual problems and they are things like horizontal gene transfer and orphan genes. So what he says is there is no must whether human beings and chimpanzees have a common ancestor because they're so similar, and humans and mushrooms must have arisen independently because they are so different. So any claim using genetics at best is based on a probabilistic framework which has assumptions, which has conceptual problems. So your initial point that 99% similarity between humans and chimpanzees proves common descent is nonsense.
Okay, that's what you say. No. You didn't talk about the last point, a more important point. How you can prove that life was made by God and not happening like science says.
Good. Thanks. We moved on now. Okay.
Yeah, finally. I'm waiting since an hour to hear this. refuted.
No, because you're making some nonsensical statements. I had to do with
You
them
are
first.
making no sense in saying because
Well, you didn't show how. Challenge anything I've said so far.
No, challenge. You talk about science, but you don't challenge with science your religion. That's the problem. When it comes to your religion, you say, okay, we don't need science.
I'm ready.
But if you have to change.
I'm ready
science,
to move to the next topic.
So,
And I'm ready to talk about God.
I'm ready to.
But I want you to acknowledge you've got nothing to say.
No, absolutely.
Why are you going to challenge by what I just said?
Because I'm really want to hear what now you have to say about God and how God brought life on earth, and now you can prove it.
No.
Because you have to give me one proof. Like for example, in the Quran is written in the human, every human has a DNA. If there was something like this written, I say, oh my God, 1,500 years ago they wrote it, and they can prove it. If they found Homo sapiens like us. 200 million years ago, like when the dinosaurs were here, they say, okay, at the same time the dinosaurs they were human beings, then okay, I can say we came here like human beings like this, and we are living like this since the whole time, since the beginning of the days. But this is not like this.
No, sir,
it's not like this.
Sir.
So
I am happy to move to the topic of God.
Yeah, give me the truth.
I'm more than happy. But I want you to acknowledge you've got nothing to say about your initial claim of 99% similarity.
I think you want it because you don't want to talk about your point.
I am happy to move on. Guys, you're listening here. Does this guy have anything to say in return? And I'm going to give you a platform. I'm ready to talk about God. But I want you to realize your nonsensical claim about 99% similarity proves common ancestry. You've got nothing to say in return to that.
I already, as these people were not here, I already talked about Homo sapiens, about Lucy, about the ancestors, about DNA.
You didn't challenge anything I said.
Were you here? Were you here?
I was here. I've been here for the last half an hour.
Get in there, bro.
Yes?
Get in.
Before you were here. You came with a statement.
Why are you trying to avoid this?
No, he hasn't been.
I am ready to talk about God. Okay, guys. I'm ready to talk about God, but do you acknowledge that this guy has nothing to say? There you go. Alright, let's move to God.
If this makes you feel better.
No, because you came here with a nonsensical claim and I had to smash it down. And what atheists do is this. They come, and they take random...
Yeah, he said, I have no evidence. And I'm waiting since an hour that you give evidence to what you say. I'm really interested.
You take random scientific facts and you think they support your point.
You're never going to get to the point.
When it comes to this, you're an atheist, right?
I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about you.
No, because now the conversation is about God. So are you an atheist?
That's not the point. Give me the truth.
Alright, I'm going to assume you're an atheist. Okay.
You can assume
I believe in God. Life on Earth, you're talking about DNA. Francis Crick discovered the DNA structure. And he won the Nobel Prize for that. And he was an atheist. Sir, let me do... Sir. Can we let him speak? Alright, Crick and Watson.
Well, we mentioned that.
I'm mentioning Francis Crick.
Okay.
Why not Watson?
What he did is this. He discovered the double helix shape of the DNA. And he won the Nobel Prize for that, and he was an evolutionary biologist, he was an atheist. And he saw it was so complex that what he said was this: life could not have originated spontaneously on Earth. It must have been sent down to Earth on rockets from extraterrestrial beings, aliens.
My friends, you already said it 1 year ago. You said it already, and you are making the argument of an atheist to prove that it's true what you said in the Quran. You saw that's crazy, man.
Quran is a different topic.
Calm down.
First, God, then you talk about Quran.
It's talking about an atheist, a scientific man who is atheist. Yes.
No, he's talking about a man
Who is
studies
atheist?
the DNA.
Who is atheist? Let's talk about what says. I don't know. Jesus, the Quran.
Sir, I was in a nice flow and you just stopped it.
Yeah,
Come on, man. I was about to make my point.
I don't talk about God. Talk about
The flow is okay, but you can have the flow every Friday. But now you have to give me the truth and the proof.
Okay, what I was about to say before you...
Okay, I can prove it.
Sir,
scientific way. It's an answer. He said something about an atheist, scientific person. He's not saying something about
you asked for an argument. I was about to make my argument.
Yeah.
If an atheist, based upon the same observation, says aliens, why can't theists say God?
You can say whatever you want, you just have to prove it. And if an atheist, there are millions of atheists. I don't care about what every atheist in this world says. I want from you that you are. I'm asking him like
show me that book. Show me that book. Where did this information come from? Where did this information come from? No. Where did the information come from? Are you sure this came from intelligence? Okay, good. Hold your book. There is more information in one cell of the human body than all of the books in the world. And there's 130 million books in the world. So if this little book,
we created them.
You are sure that this book came via intelligence, then how can you be sure that the same information which is in the DNA cannot come from God?
Yeah, that's what. Did you understand?
You have to say, you have to prove why it is like this. You don't have to say, hey, I cannot prove that it's not like this. You have to prove it.
What's the best reason?
Because there is science.
I smell some strong hemp here.
Science.
I need to get out of here.
Science proves that we come from chimpanzee and chimpanzee come from other animals and so on.
And where did the other animals come from?
You cannot prove what you're saying.
Brother.
That's the point. And that's the tragedy.
Okay, sir.
And you use your intelligence. No, sorry. I'm telling you this as a friend, man. You use your intelligence to believe in something that you cannot prove.
Sir,
and that's lost time. Why don't you use your intelligence to search for a better way to prove this problem?
Why did you use your intelligence?
I'm gonna burn in hell?
No.
Yeah.
No, don't say that. No, don't say that.
Okay, sir.
Guys, please, let's not be rude, yeah? This book that you're holding, you came to the simple reasoning, understanding there's intelligence, yeah?
Yes.
We're saying, let's not use double standards, yeah?
That's all it is.
Let's just use same category, yeah? Okay. For example, you believe this book came from intelligence, yeah?
Yes.
If I say to you, I'll bring you a bigger, more complex thing that is bigger than all the books on this planet, you have to agree, just the way you agree that this book comes from intelligence, that has to be intelligence.
Yeah, but you cannot prove that. Okay, you cannot prove the opposite. You cannot prove that was God. You cannot prove that it was not God.
No.
Why did you say it came from intelligence?
No.
Because it comes from intelligence. Because as any other animals,
did you see them write it?
Develop intelligence. Dolphins have intelligence. Are they sons of God that were created from God?
Can I say something?
No, tell me.
No, I'm telling you.
Are they going to paradise or whatever?
Brother.
Okay, sir.
We are not the only intelligent animals, but we are the only animals that believe in religion. How do you explain that?
Have you seen the
relax 1 second. You just made it
because you're not
because I showed you using your own example why information is proof of intelligence, and there's information in the DNA, therefore there must be
intelligence. That's what I'm saying. You just accepted it. Yeah,
you don't disagree with me.
I told you, also in dolphins or in chimpanzee, it develops.
And
develops
can you get?
Yes, they have a DNA in there.
Okay,
they have a fucking DNA. But we are the only one that has religious. Yeah, because
you're missing the point.
You never say yes or no. You wait for me to say yes or no, but you never say yes or no.
Can you get something from nothing?
For example?
No, I'm asking you a question. Yes or no? Can you get something from nothing?
What does nothing look like?
Exactly.
Your brain inside.
Absence of something.
that was nice. No, of course, but that doesn't mean it was God who created
what is it? What's
it?
Because we
can you get something from nothing?
In a very huge universe, and we developed through millions of years.
Can you, sir? You're just making random scientific statements. Answer my question. You might as well talk to the lamppost if you're not going to answer my questions. Can you get something from nothing? No. Good. So how can you?
Sir, 1 year ago.
Sir.
1 hour ago, he said already.
If you cannot get something from nothing, how can you get rationality from non-rationality?
What? Okay. No. Religion is irrational. What you say, God is something irrational. That you say.
It's irrational to believe in aliens rather than God.
You guys are missing.
What's the difference? To believe in aliens, life from aliens, and not life from God. What's the difference?
The difference is aliens are finite contingent beings which need an explanation.
And God? What's God?
God is a being which is the author of all that exists.
Okay, how can you prove this?
You just hang on, using your very example of your book.
Okay, and I said it was aliens. What's the difference? How can you prove that it was not aliens?
So you rather believe in aliens than God?
No, you rather believe in God than in aliens. Why?
Sir, would you say, let's just take everything very, very slowly.
So,
very, very slowly.
Exactly. How God created my intelligence, how God created you. How can you prove that we are here since the very first day we are here on this earth?
No, but
like human beings.
that's an assumption you have.
No,
that's an assumption.
You're saying it.
No.
This is religion.
No.
You said we are like this. We were created like this from
No.
God. And it doesn't matter
Sir,
what religion.
Life on this planet, we
Yes.
had things which existed before human beings. God says in the Quran, wasn't there a time when the human being was nothing even mentioned? Right?
Okay.
A long period of time before human being was even something mentioned.
Okay.
Right? So we don't have a problem that this planet is old and human beings are recent additions. We don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is this. People like yourself come to the park and you claim things with certainty when you don't have any evidence.
You don't have any evidence, man.
You started.
You claim for certainty something that is not just that it was just
you started
created.
this conversation about God, and you agreed with me that information comes via intelligence, didn't you? Didn't you agree with me with that?
Yes, man. You're saying the same thing since half an hour.
If I make the inference based upon the DNA that there is a creator, why would you challenge that inference when you making the same inference using a book in your pocket?
Okay. You said it.
That's what I want to ask
you.
you.
Said it 10 times. You really said
haven't
it 10
answered
times.
it.
Everybody of us can understand. There is intelligence. We have a creator. And so on.
Yeah.
How it is that God is the creator? How can you prove that God is the creator? And how you come here in the park and assume something that you cannot prove?
No, he just
and you
disproved
come and
it.
you sell it to me like what's
No, he
the
just
truth?
proved
Sir,
No. You proved that it's an intelligence. Intelligence can be anything.
No,
Intelligence
okay,
can be
okay,
also
no problem.
in
No problem.
interaction from
Good.
something.
No problem.
But you accept his intelligence.
Can come from aliens.
No
can come
problem.
from-
Okay, good.
from nothing.
Okay, good. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Amen.
Because you wanna know.
Yeah, man, I want to know
You wanna know.
what you don't know, and that's why there is religion. Because
Intelligence.
because we
Sir, we're not
because we
talking
use
about
the-
religion. We're
because-
only talking about God.
Exactly. God, we use God for answers that we cannot.
And
we
you
cannot
yourself
understand.
believe in religion. Don't diss religion when you believe in one. Darwinism is a religion. You are defending it.
I don't believe in the religion. Darwinism is a theory of a science that can be proven and it's based on doubt. What you don't have because you're
Hang on.
religion and you don't have any doubt.
Hang on a second. It's based upon what?
Doubt.
Doubt. And it can be proven. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Of course. Okay.
No, it's a doubt.
So I'm going to let you to deal with your own cognitive dissonance. Yeah? But I want you to realize this.
Thank you very much.
Darwinism as religion. This is a book which was published by Oxford
It's not a
University
religion.
2 months ago.
not
By
religion.
okay,
It's
let
not
me
religion.
let me explain to you why it's a religion.
It's a dogma. Religion is a dogma.
You are saying Darwinian evolution is not a religion. Let me explain my position. It is a scientific theory which has become into a religion. And this is according to me.
It's not
Sir,
becoming a religion.
I'll let you talk, just give me a second.
We don't
Give me
go
1
every
second.
week to pray Darwin. We don't go every week and say Darwin, you are
You
right.
do. That's
No,
not
I
what
don't,
religion is.
I don't.
You don't have to believe in God to believe in religion. Buddhists don't believe in God, but they have a religion. That it has religious implications, and according to some of them, it was a religion from the very beginning. So if you're going to come here and diss religion, you have to remember you're shooting yourself in your own foot because you believe in Darwinism and it is a religion.
Then I'm shooting at ourselves in the foot because you believe in a religion.
Of course,
and
I
you
believe in
cannot prove it, man. And it's the point.
Can we stick to
Sir,
And Darwinism
sir.
is not a religion because every science, the atheists that you talk about, they can contest. They can say this is not true what he says, and through doubts and they can prove
what do
that
you
it's-
think
there's
happens
another
in Speaker's
theory.
Corner with Islam every week? It gets challenged. Yeah. It's still a religion. Hinduism.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I didn't explain
And do you know what?
myself.
Hinduism is a religion. And do you know where the tree of life came from? The Padma Purana 3,000 years ago. It's Darwinism is based upon an ancient Hindu myth, which even speaks about human-chimp ancestry. So if you're going to speak about Darwinism as science, remember the origin of the tree of life and the origin of human-chimp ancestry
Okay.
is based upon an
How
Indian
can you
book
prove-
3,000 years
how can you
ago.
prove-
3,000
how
years
can you
ago,
prove
which
that
speaks
we
about
are
this.
made by God and life exists on earth?
Can I make it simple here? Sorry,
Make it simple, please,
no,
because it's making very complicated and talks about a lot of atheists.
No, you-
That are inductive and scientific, but you don't believe in anything inductive
brother.
and scientific.
No problem. You got, what's
All
happening?
science is induction.
Let me
And you don't believe in induction.
Yeah, no, brother.
You don't believe in induction because you believe in religion.
Brother.
You believe in religion, so you cannot
Brother,
believe in
brother,
induction
brother.
because religion is.
I believe in induction because I believe the
believe
future
I
is going to
can
be like the
fly.
past.
But you
Brother,
don't believe
brother.
in
I believe the sun's going to rise tomorrow. That's induction. Isn't that induction?
Can I make a point? Hi, hello, hi.
But how can you believe in religion?
Brother.
How can you believe in religion if you believe in religion?
Brother.
You never answer when you know what to answer.
Okay. Let me make it simple, yeah? No, what he's trying to say, I was just trying to explain, yeah? It's just maybe, because you're talking about religion. Yes. We can't talk about religion until we've established there is a creator. Yes? Yes? Yes. Yeah, there's no point me telling you about the Quran if you don't believe in God. If I say to you, look, the Quran said, God is one. You're going to say, I don't believe in God.
No. I'm just saying, how can you prove it? You're talking...
I'm here. Brother, I'm here.
I can't answer a question which is incomplete.
Brother, I'm here.
Why is it?
Brother, I'm here. Brother, I'm not a jinn. I exist.
Prove it.
Brother, I'm here.
Yes or not?
Brother, hello.
No, there's different routes of knowledge. Induction is one.
Exactly. Can you
Deduction, metaphysics,
brother, can you?
No, sorry, but if you really doesn't want to, and I'm sorry because you are like a block.
Okay, brother.
You cannot go.
Sir, you came here in this park with certainty about human chimp ancestry and
You
Darwinism.
came with certainty
No,
about
I came here as well.
You don't have any arguments.
But you came with certainty that you know everything about
Can I make
life.
one point?
You came with certainty because it was God.
You rather believe in aliens.
Okay, can I make a point?
I never said it.
So where does information...
Do you guys love each other?
You said it.
Is it like
You said it with aliens.
I like your French accent.
I'm Italian.
What's your name? What's your name? I'm Ali. Armando. Why do you reject a creator? Like, what is your principle? What is your basis? Brother, I did not say it was created by anyone. All I'm saying is simple. Look, very simple.
إذا أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والتعليق، ولكي يصلك كل جديد اشترك الآن.